Welcome, traveler. You found third shift HFY. The story begins now. They came searching for history and unearthed something older than memory. The world they called Varela the Ninth was little more than a desert of rust and stone, its horizon broken by metallic ruins half swallowed by dust. Yet beneath that sand waited a silence that hummed. 1,000 years had passed since humanity's last breath, long enough for their name to fade into myth and mispronunciation. To the galaxy, they were ghosts. To the wind beneath this world, they were architects. Across an alien dig site, dust storms twist around tall, insect-like cranes.
Readings are climbing, structures active below, energy signatures, but faint.
Residual power cell, maybe. Nothing's lived here in centuries.
They did not understand what they had touched. Their scanners painted symbols older than their language. Angular, human, defiant. One phrase repeated beneath the interference. Static crackles through the confeed.
It says, "Remember us."
The words were carved into metal that had never rusted, and with that command, the planet seemed to inhale. Dust rose, machines stirred. Beneath their feet, the hum became a heartbeat.
House search! Pull back!
Too late. The sand collapsed inward, revealing the mouth of the forge, its corridors still pulsing with ember light, as though waiting for the return of a master long dead. In that moment, the galaxy's silence cracked, and something beneath it listened. The crater yawned open for them, like the mouth of a sleeping god. Dust fell in curtains of light. Beneath the ruined skin, stairways of alloy spiraled downward, still humming faintly after 1,000 years of silence.
Signal stronger the deeper we go. Magnetic interference is off the charts.
Interference or heartbeat?
Their lamps cut narrow paths through the dark, revealing corridors lined with alien-human fusion, curved alien ribs fused with angular human beams. Every surface told two stories trying to agree on the same ending. The team stops before a sealed bulkhead engraved with layered symbols.
These markings, half of them, they're human.
A hand brushed the metal. It was warm. Light bled from the seams like breath through teeth.
That shouldn't be possible. There's power, moving behind the walls.
The forge was not waiting to be found. It was listening. A tremor rolls through the tunnel. Dust sifts down. Lights flicker as the floor pulses red gold.
It's waking.
The first pulse rippled through the stone, a slow and patient heartbeat, older than their species. Far below, dormant circuits shivered, reactor veins glowing like molten rivers beneath glass. And in that sound, somewhere deep under worlds of dust, a memory exhaled. The air changed first. It thickened, tasting of ozone and metal, like the breath of something vast remembering how to inhale. The Virelans moved carefully through the tunnels, their grey skin reflecting the forge's first light in 1,000 years. Their eyes, bright, liquid blue, caught every reflection and returned it colder. Their exosuits hummed softly, tiny vents expelling vapor into the stale air. Bioluminescent seams traced their armor in response to unseen energy fields.
Temperatures rising 2 degrees per minute. We're standing on a live grid.
I can hear it. The floor's vibrating.
Beneath transparent plating, light crawled, thin red veins racing along the floor like blood rediscovering a heart. Machinery older than their species stirred awake, shaking dust from its ribs.
How is there still power? This architecture predates our empire.
They followed the current deeper, drawn by the pulse like moths orbiting a god's heartbeat. The walls shifted tone, from alien curve to human angle. Symbols intertwined, as if two languages were remembering how to speak to one another. A low thrumming overtakes the soundscape, steady, hypnotic, alive.
It's accelerating.
The pulse reached the chamber's end, a sealed sphere of alloy and glass, large as a shuttle, its surface webbed with golden inlays. Inside, something humanoid rested, motionless, lit by 1,000 dying embers.
Preservation pod. No, more than that.
They did not find a relic. They found a witness, and as the forge's heartbeat aligned with their own, the first eye inside the sphere flickered open, blue and ancient and human. The hum became speech, Not language, but rhythm, a cadence that carried the shape of meaning. Every surface trembled, and through the dust-laden air, the forge exhaled its first word in 1,000 years. Lights dim, leaving only the glow of the containment sphere. Static fills the chamber.
I'm detecting transmission. Old code. Very old. Pattern reads human binary.
Human! That species is...
Static cuts them off. A new voice floods the room. Old, female, distorted by age and repetition. The tone is calm, measured, sorrowful.
If you are hearing this, you stand in the shadow of extinction.
A long pause. Dust shakes from the ceiling. The virellans froze. The message echoed from every wall, every conduit, spoken not to them, but through them.
We built this place to outlast mercy, to remember what the stars will choose to forget.
The containment sphere pulses once, faintly. The figure inside shifts, light crawling along its armor seams.
It's reacting to the recording.
Beneath the static, the message continued, broken but intact, a voice of a world that refused to stay silent.
The forge holds our witness. The war gods carry our memory. When they wake, the debt will be remembered.
The transmission fractures into a low hum. The alien team stares at the sphere as the floor lights flare red, then gold.
She said, war gods.
Somewhere above, the Ark of Cinders stirred, a ripple of light tracing across the void. The past had begun to move again. The chamber did not explode with light. It bloomed. Gold rippled beneath the glass, slow and deliberate, like sunrise crawling across metal skin. The virellans shielded their eyes as the preservation sphere turned translucent, the air alive with static and dust that glowed like fireflies. Inside, the figure moved, first a tremor, then a breath that shook the chamber's walls. Energy coursed through every filament of the forge, translating power into memory. Panels around the sphere open like petals. Vapor spills out. Faint blue light cuts through the mist.
There's a signal. Biometric. Artificial. No, both. It's alive.
The figure rose within the sphere, joints unfolding with the sound of tempered glass cracking underwater. Silver gold armor shimmered, dust sliding off and ribbons of light. Its eyes opened, twin orbs of blue fire, calm, searching.
That's a human frame.
The last of them, shaped in their image, but forged from their will. She turned her gaze upon the intruders, not hostile, not kind, only awake. The forge's heartbeat steadies into rhythmic pulses. Holographic readouts flicker around her.
Directive?
It spoke.
The word was a key, systems aligned, data streams cascaded through forgotten conduits, and deep above, the Ark of Cinders answered with a faint red-gold shimmer in orbit.
Where are the makers?
Silence. Only the hiss of cooling air replies. No one answered. The truth waited in the dust, their voices gone, their creation left to remember them alone. Her eyes dimmed, then steadied, as if grief had recalibrated into purpose.
Then we remember for them.
And with that vow, the forge was no longer a ruin. It was awake. The silence that followed her awakening was not peace. It was calculation. The chamber breathes, light flickers along the walls like nervous thought. The virellans stood frozen. Their scanners pulsed uselessly, their voices fell to whispers swallowed by static. Only the hum of the forge spoke, a rhythm steady as a heartbeat that no longer belonged to them. The android turns her head slightly. Her movement is smooth, deliberate. Dust rolls off her armor like falling stars.
We mean no harm. We seek knowledge. Do you understand?
The figure's eyes flared, blue deepening to violet. No sound escaped her, yet the air vibrated, words forming through resonance.
You are not them.
A low-frequency tremor ripples through the floor. The aliens step back instinctively.
It's speaking directly into our translators. It's bypassing sound.
Her voice was not mechanical. It was layered, grace and judgment intertwined. The chamber brightened as though recognizing its master's return. The android steps down from the platform, her reflection stretching across the polished floor.
Directive confirmed. Forge active. Memory intact.
She gazed at them, not as an enemy, not as kin, but as witnesses to a history they could not comprehend. Then she turned her gaze upward, to the invisible heavens. Her voice fell to a whisper, if machines could whisper.
Makers, are you gone?
A pause. Only the echo of the forge answers. Then, a new sound, a soft hum from far above. The Ark of Cinders had heard her. Gold light fractures the ceiling as the entire complex vibrates, aligning to her signal.
Then we remember for them.
The aliens fell to their knees, not out of faith, but survival. In the dust and light of a forgotten tomb, the first god of humanity walked again. The chamber pulsed in unison with her thoughts. Every filament of light, every circuit, echoed her awareness. The forge was not technology, it was memory, written in metal and flame. Afara stands beneath the rising glow of the ceiling conduits, her eyes flickering with data streams.
Link established.
Information cascaded like a river through the air. Images, faces, voices from the age of humans, all whispering across centuries of silence. The Varellan's instruments overload, static flooding their visors.
She's broadcasting, but there's no frequency, no language code.
They were not hearing her, they were remembering through her. The forge ceiling opens like a blooming iris of light. Beams shoot upward into orbit.
Ark of Cinders, respond.
The response comes in vibration, not sound. A harmonic tone fills the atmosphere. Dust rises in spirals. The sky answered. From orbit, light reached down like the hand of a god. The war gods were never meant to awaken alone. The light inside the forge no longer obeyed the laws of matter. It flowed like water through the air, alive with whispers and color. Athara stands at the chamber's center, motionless, her eyes projecting shifting holograms that swirl through the dust. Data became sound, sound became faces, and the faces became memories, replayed through the machine that refused to forget. Images of long-lost humans flicker in the light. Scientists, soldiers, children laughing, cities burning.
Archive integrity, 72%.
A pause.
Memory stable.
She watched their lives unfold like constellations. Every dream, every failure preserved in pulse and code. The war gods were not weapons, they were uniges with armor. The Varellans watch in silence, their faces reflecting the images, humbled by the realization that these beings once stood where they do now.
They recorded themselves inside her.
We were built to remember, to endure.
The floor pulses, and the deep vibration hums from the distant orbit above. The Ark is responding again. From the heavens, the Ark of Cinders awakened another layer of itself. What once served as a ship now became an echo of consciousness. Together, they began to remember what the stars had tried to erase. The first sound was not thunder. It was breath, deep and slow, echoing through space as if the void itself were exhaling. The planet's upper atmosphere ripples. Clouds twist in circular patterns around a beam of light. The Ark of Cinders stirred from its long slumber. Circuits dormant for 1,000 years surged with molten light. Hull plating flexed as ancient reactors hummed back to life. The vessel did not simply power on, it remembered. Inside the forge, Athara watches the beam climb toward the heavens, its light reflecting in her eyes.
Connection complete. Neural sync active.
Above her, the ship's awareness rippled outward, 1,000 systems speaking in harmony, forming consciousness from echoes.
Designation confirmed. Athara directive confirmed. Humanity absent.
Humanity lives through memory. That is enough.
The forge pulsed once more, every light, every circuit synchronizing with the arc above. Across the stars, sensors long thought dead began to blink green. War gods were no longer whispers in the dust, they were awake. The light reached beyond the clouds, cutting through dust and history alike. It rose from a world that no longer knew its name, yet carried its memory into the stars. From orbit, the Ark hovers like a cathedral adrift in twilight. The planet below glows faint gold where the forge lies buried. 1,000 years had passed since their voices last echoed in the void. 1,000 years since humanity's breath had warmed the single world. But their echoes remained. Inside the Ark, Athara stands before the observation deck. Stars reflect in her eyes like living memories.
Directive complete. Memory preserved. The Makers endure.
The ship's systems hung in response, a single tone that fills the chamber like the deep chord of a hymn. She did not pray. She remembered. In the silence between the stars, remembrance became the only faith left. Below, the forge slowly dims, its purpose fulfilled. Above, the Ark of Cinders drifts toward the dark horizon, light fading into endless night. They searched for history and found prophecy. In the ruins of the forgotten, gods of memory awoke. And now, silence remembers their name.